Welcome everyone. We're back again at We Can Survive based off Surviving Recovery. Today I am in the bed. I'm not feeling too well, having a little pain. I'm trying to follow doctor's order as I mentioned in previous video that I'm fresh out of surgery. I believe I've been home for about 5 days now. And I don't know if you noticed in other videos where I get shortness of breath, short-winded. But today I'm, like I said, trying to follow doctor's orders. So I've been up, which is to get up, walk around, and do my breathing exercises to regain my strength back. However, I think I did a little bit too much today. Thought I was feeling too good and start walking around, and now I'm in some pain, but that's okay. I'm here. I'm surviving. I'm thriving, and I'm drinking my ginger tea to try to cope and help with the pain. But I want to thank you all for coming to my page, listening to my story, and also commenting on different on the segment questions that I had for you all. I really appreciate that. So please continue to like, subscribe, share, follow me on TikTok. It is at Clarisha Dishman. And then also go to my YouTube page. It's Miss Reese at Faith Surviving Recovery. All right, so just to chime in to keep telling you a little bit about me, my last video, I discussed how I went in to the doctor and they told me that I needed chemo immediately. And the reason for that is because I was stage 2 at the time. And mind you, this is my first diagnosis that I'm speaking on. I was stage 2 at the time, but it was very aggressive. The doctor was like, "You are stage 2, but it's big for it to be a stage 2, and so it's moving along." And then they had asked me if I wanted to. Save my ovaries, if I wanted to get a shot to save my ovaries. And if I decided to go ahead with the shot, I would have had to wait 2 weeks before I started chemo treatment. And I declined that because I'm already blessed to experience motherhood with one child. I have a son now. He's 14 years old now, but at the time, I believe he was 7 with my first diagnosis. And I was like, no, if it's God's will for me to have another child, then I will be able to create another blessing. But for the meantime, this is aggressive and we need to start chemo. Let's go ahead and get it started. So that's what I did. I went forth with chemo treatments. They was very strong treatments. I believe I did 16 rounds at the time of chemo treatment. And as some may know, with chemo is basically poison. So it's poison going through your body and it's killing your good and your bad cells. There where you lose your hair, all over your body. I wasn't too much aware of that at the time. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't too much thinking. I'm thinking I'm just going to lose my hair on my head, but I lost hair everywhere. And darkness of the skin, my skin tone became darker than what I am. Nail bits was dark, toenails. It was a lot. I in sickness, I was sick, didn't want to get out the bed at times. But once again, as we talked about, what is your go-to on the last video, in which, well, like I said, my family, which is part of my support, that helped me, and they was there for me. And so they pushed me to get out of bed to regain some strength. And then that was my question on the last video was, what is your go-to to help you fight through adversity? And I would just like to read some of the people that commented on there to say that what was their go-to. One has stated, what helps me to fight through adversity is prayer, my faith in God, and the love of my family. And another person said, for me, prayer, faith, and courage. That's a good one. You have to have courage, and faith as well. You have your faith, but your courage is helping you to believe in the um, unseen. Um, and she continued to say, and by me reflecting on my past adversity, no matter how small or big, and how I overcome them with God on my side, which give me the courage to continue to have the faith and strength to push. Prayer until something happens. I really like that. Thank you for sharing that. Then someone else said, God, family, and encouragement will keep me uplifted through adversity. And that is right, encouragement. As I mentioned before, that helped me. My family has to encourage me and with God and reminding me of God promises. And it goes on to the next person that stated, God and my mom is my go-to when trying to overcome adversity. My mom helps direct me to a scripture to remind me of God promises. Um, Thank you all for sharing. These are all good. It's no right or wrong answers to this. It's your own personal experience. What helped you fight through those adversities? Now, today's question, I want to talk about coping skills. Now, do you all feel like what helps you fight through these adversities is the same as coping skills? Do you utilize those as your coping skills? Because coping skills can be a variety of different things. It could be listening to music, um, different type of music that help you overcome or fight through these different adversities, or just to calm you down, and not necessarily to fight through the adversities, but to calm you down. So, question of the day is, what are your coping skills that help you fight through adversity to keep you to remain positive?